A warm welcome, very good evening, and it's good morning. In the US, the market is well underway over there in the US, and they're here to give you update of what's been happening, how yesterday panned out in the market in the US. Right, let me give you some of the things how they closed yesterday, and then we move on today. Yesterday, among those that closed on a bearish note was SpaceX. It closed on a negative note, but that is just how the market is. That's just how the market is. So let us see what is happening in the market. Okay, right. First of all, tomorrow US market will be closed. Tomorrow the market will be closed because of the Independence Day celebration. So today is very key. A lot can happen today, and it's because tomorrow there will be market closure because of the Independence Day anniversary celebration on the 4th. That's just the way it is. So investors might be very, 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 very active today because they're going to lose tomorrow. That's just it. Okay. So let us see what has been happening. What happened? How did yesterday go? Yesterday in the market, like I said, among the losers, among the stocks that ended up on the negative note was SpaceX, but it wasn't the only one. Others too had their time in the bearish side of the market. That's just the way it is. Others too had their time in the bearish side of the market right now. So, number one is the ones that have been making moves today. Let us see. 1 second, just bringing it up. Right. Okay. So those making waves today, the market is good today. Seems the market is good. Big Bear is down by 1.5%. Big Bear AI Holdings is down by 1.51% and is trading for just under $4. That is Big Bear. ProShares Bitcoin. Remember yesterday that President Trump made a disclosure, financial disclosure, and he had a lot of gain in his cryptocurrency investment. So today, ProShares Bitcoin is among the top gainers. It's up by over 3%, going for $33.90 a share. That is ProShares Bitcoin. Is a way to invest in Bitcoin without getting your fingers burned. The investment makes investment results before fees and all that. So it's a tracker fund, sort of ProShares Bitcoin, but it's a way you can get into investing in Bitcoin without having to be exposed, fully exposed to the market, because this is a tracker fund. ProShares Bitcoin is up in value by 3.10%, and one share is going for $33.90. Also, ProShares, there are various funds that are tracker funds in the Bitcoin space. There's another ProShares Bitcoin. That one is up by over 2% and it's going for $8.35. Then we have the NEOS Bitcoin. NEOS Bitcoin, that one is also up. That is BTCI. If you want to check it on the NASDAQ index, want to check it, that is the 4 letters you're going to put there, or just put Bitcoin, BTCI. That one too is up. Today seems to be a good day. Remember, President Trump was saying yesterday that it is his investment. The stock market is going up. So today is actually that spillover is still there. NEOS Bitcoin is up by 2.38%, and it is going for $27.86. Lithium America, there was a time a few months ago that this stock jumped up so much in value because of a massive government investment coming to a stake in it. So it is still under, it came down after that time, but it is up today by just over 0.26%. That is Lithium America is one stock to look forward to, is a stock of the future. Lithium America. LTC Properties. LTC Properties is also up by just 0.56%, 0.61% at the moment. It's trading for $39.13. That is LTC Properties. It's a real estate trust. They pay dividends every month. So if you're thinking long term, don't jump in and invest now. This is just for news purposes, but it is something you can track for a couple of months and then decide whether something you fancy. So that is LTC Properties. Let me give you the full details. LTC Properties. LTC Properties is a real estate investment trust. It's a REIT. It's a REIT which is good. It invests in seniors, housing, and healthcare property. So this fund, this real estate investment trust invests in properties for elderly people. So again, this is a safe investment because it is not just one stock. It's an aggregate of investment. So it invests in various properties that are for the elderly. So look out for it, LTC Properties, LTC Properties on the New York Stock Exchange. We have Main Street Capital. Main Street Capital is down in value, slightly down by 0.05. It's trading for $51.91. Main Street Capital is also a real estate investment trust. Main Trust is a principal investment that focuses on providing customized long-term debt and equity capital solutions. So it's also a tracker fund. It is an aggregate of funds. It's not just one stock. So that is also something you look forward to. That is Main Street Capital. Main Street Capital is something you should keep in your sight. It is slightly down at the moment, just by less than 1%, but it's trading for $51.91. That is Main Street. Vanek Vectors is up by 0.74%. Realty income is up by 2.27%. Open Door Technologies. Open Door Technologies is one of the stocks also that you keep your eye on. Open Door Technologies is an end-to-end real estate platform enabling customers to sell and buy a home online. So it is like the eBay of properties. This platform, OpenL, is like the eBay of properties. You buy and sell properties on it. Is a platform for selling and buying properties online. So the value right now, it is slightly down by just 2%. And the stock are very cheap. It is not even up to $1 per share. So that is something you should keep your eye. PayPal, 2 days ago, earlier in the week when I was doing this review, PayPal was down, but today PayPal is up in value by 2.57%. It's trading for $45.22. PayPal, many of you have used PayPal before. PayPal is something you should consider. Have it at the back of your mind. Tidal ETF, that is down in value by just 0.31. Tidal ETF, equity traded fund, is an ETF. That means it's an aggregate of funds. Tidal ETF, it's down in value just by 0.31%. Shell is doing well in the market right now. it is up in value by 1.29% and is trading for $77.61. So Shell PLC is doing well, up in value by just over 1%. SpaceX, yesterday SpaceX closed on a bearish note, but today it is up. It has bounced back. It's up in value by over 0%, and it's going now for $158. $158.47. That is SpaceX. Europe ETF is up in value by 1.99%. Europe ETF. When you are thinking of having stakes in any stock, any ETF is good because they are not just, it's not a single stock, it's equity traded fund, is a collection of stocks that invest in various things. So Europe ETF is up in value by over 1%, nearly 2%, and is going for $89.43. S&P 500 Vanguard is also up, is down in value, slightly down in value by 0.04. S&P Vanguard, S&P 500 Vanguard, I love this fund because it tracks the 500 topmost companies in the US. So it is something which is worth following. Just follow it, follow it, follow it. S&P 500 Vanguard is slightly down at the moment by 0.04 and is trading for $684. S&P 500. US total stock. US total stock is also slightly down at this moment by 0.07%. Is trading for $368.35. So US total stock index is also something you should keep at the back of your mind. It's down in value right now. Remember, markets go up and markets come down. So US total stock down in value. Europe ETF up in value by over 1%, trading for $60.89. SpaceX up in value. Yesterday it was down. SpaceX down, closed yesterday on a bearish note, but right now it's up in value by 0.75%. As I said yesterday, if you're thinking of space travel in future, this is the time to get your hand on SpaceX shares. It is still low because it's just a few days in the market. It's less than 1 month that the IPO came to the market. So this is like the early days of Google. Remember when Google came to the market, it was really, really low. So SpaceX is still going for $158. It's been up and down in the past couple of days. It closed yesterday on a bearish note, but it has bounced back slightly today. It is up in value by 0.75% and is trading for $158. So if you have it in mind to one day be in space, maybe in the next 5 years, it's good you are a shareholder in SpaceX. Just keep that at the back of your mind, but make it your medium-term strategy that you already is like being a shareholder in Virgin Atlantic, so that when you're flying, when you're on the plane, I'm not just a passenger, I'm also a shareholder. Shell is up in value by 1.29%. Today is good for most of the stock. Shell PLC is up in value and trading for $77.61. Tidal ETF is down by just 0.31%. PayPal, I mentioned PayPal earlier. Many of you have used PayPal for transactions. You have bought things, you've made payments with PayPal. It is good. Think about becoming a shareholder again. Have it in mind. Don't jump in, but PayPal is also up in value by 2.57%, trading for $45.22. So that is that. And also Lithium America is one stock that is a future. It's a future because it's one of the materials being used for these chips. So it is right now something you should keep your eye on. Lithium America is up slightly by 0.26%, and it is trading for less than $5 a share. These are the early days of some of these shares. To get your hands on them before 2-3 years away, when they probably will have skyrocketed. Remember, in the early days of Zoom, nobody knew who Zoom was. Zoom was like worthless before COVID. So some of these shares, they are right now. So I'm saying it, SpaceX is one of those shares which you should not let out of your sight. Keep it in mind. Keep it part of your financial goal so that before you think of traveling to space in future, you get your hand on these shares. That's the update for now from New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your evening.